This past week on Should I Cook It, I broke a few rules and possibly a few taste buds by making
Korean barbecue without the gochujang, Mediterranean chicken without the white wine, a pasta salad born from an oregano jungle, and a grilled cheese crime involving mayonnaise.
I also learned a few key lessons along the way, which I'm sure you can put to use in your kitchen right away. And if you like these recap videos, or if you're new here, I invite you to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get them each week.
So let's begin with episode 28, Lazy Lo Mein.
I had leftover spaghetti. I could have frozen it, which you can do, but instead I took a Redditor's suggestion to make lazy lo mein.
Tasty, yes, but next time I'd tweak 3 things. Number 1, add rice wine vinegar. I had it in the fridge and totally forgot it. A splash would have added that missing brightness, so lesson learned here, don't skip the acid. Number 2, swap the hoisin sauce for oyster sauce.
Hoisin sauce is fine, but oyster sauce just packs more punch. It's richer, it's deeper, and honestly, it deserves some pantry space if you're gonna stir fry often.
Also, here's a hidden kitchen tip I picked up. Use the spine of your chef's knife to peel ginger. Way easier than a spoon, and you don't mess up another utensil. Number 3, accept the limitations of home cooking.
As Manny D pointed out in the comments, restaurants can get that high heat in the wok to get that char and concentrated flavor. My home stove, it's just not going to do that.
That all said, this version worked out really well. It was budget friendly, fast, and most importantly, hey, it tasted good. On to episode 29, the mayo grilled cheese. Would I make it again? Tried the trick of using mayo on the outside of the bread instead of butter when making a grilled cheese. It does crisp up the bread really nice, thanks to the mayo's higher smoke point.
But there's 2 reasons why I wouldn't do it again. I didn't mention this in the video, but what I noticed right away is the smell of fried mayo just isn't all that pleasant. That odd smell kind of took away from the usual pleasant grilled cheese making experience.
Number 2, the taste. Even though the cheese masked most of it, I could still pick up the slight sweetness from the browned mayo. And while some might like that, for me it just didn't hit the same way as buttery golden toast.
That said, if I ever find that Kewpie mayo that was mentioned in the comments, I wouldn't mind giving that a try.
Which brings us to episode number 30, making antipasto penne. I have 3 quick tips to save you a headache if you decide to make this one. Number 1, keep your oregano green.
If you're using fresh oregano, it won't turn black if you wash it, but it will if you pat it dry with paper towels.
But toss it in a salad spinner after rinsing and you'll keep those leaves bright and fresh, just like in the video. Number 2, char your peppers the smarter way.
I forgot this before filming. Char bell peppers after seeding them, not before.
The way to do this is use the chef's cut to flatten the pepper first, then char it. Why? Because soggy cooked peppers are a pain to de-seed. The seeds just cling to everything. Number 3, choose the salami that works for you.
I use Sopressata because that's what I use on my homemade pizzas, but really you can just use whatever salami you might have or the kind you like. Sometimes recipes call for dry white wine, and maybe you don't have an open bottle, maybe you don't want to open a bottle, and maybe you just don't drink alcohol at all. That was a situation I found myself in episode 31 when I was making the Mediterranean chicken dish that I found on the Recipe 30 YouTube channel. Called for wine, I had none.
Here's what I did instead. For half a cup of wine, I mixed 2 tablespoons of vinegar plus 6 tablespoons of water.
Also, anchovies. The video mentions that you won't taste them. But have you ever had a Caesar salad dressing and you know that there's anchovies in the dressing right away after you taste it? That was my hesitation. Not an anchovies fan, so I left them out. Still tasted great. Maybe one day I'll be brave enough to toss them in there as well.
Finally, episode number 32, the Korean barbecue without the gochujang.
Episode 32 is one of those moments. You know when you're craving something, but you're missing that one ingredient that you don't always keep on hand? That's what happened to me. I was craving Korean barbecue pork, but didn't have the gochujang.
So I hit Reddit, as one does, and found a substitution, hoisin sauce plus chili powder. And it made sense to me because hoisin has fermented soybeans, just like gochujang. Gochujang also uses Korean red chili powder, so yeah, it tracked.
Looking back, I could have probably used more chili powder, and you might even be thinking, cayenne pepper, but I didn't want it to be spicy. I'm the kind of person who enjoys jerk chicken, but I like it sweeter rather than spicy. Hey, recipes aren't commandments anyway, they're suggestions. As for my poser Korean barbecue pork, that was pretty tasty. But if you're gonna start tweaking and riffing on recipes, there's definitely one thing you're gonna really need to know.
The 5 S's of flavor: salty, savory, sour, sweet, and spicy.
Master how those play together, and you can tweak just about anything and have it come out really tasty. So that's what worked and what I'd do differently next time. Did you swap in an ingredient this past week that worked out really well for you? Hey, drop it in the comments and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're new here, I invite you to check out other episodes of Should I Cook It? Cheers. See you next time.